Welcome to another floating head edition of Simon's Trading Channel. Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining me. It's Wednesday, so that's midweek. I think it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Midweek, I thought we'd check in with CME. I got a few things to say. So on this weekly time frame, obviously, there are still just over 2 days to go before CME closes this weekly candle. Looks pretty bullish to me. Now, and you can also see that with a weekly closure anywhere above where it is at the moment, so basically 673 will be a weekly closure above where the current all-time high currently lies as that wick high. But on a weekly time frame, if it closes anywhere above where it is now in 2 days' time, that will be a sort of new all-time high in the weekly time frame for a closure. So that is very likely to signify continuation to the upside. Now, how many weeks will that be? It's more than the previous consolidation. Let's be presumptuous and presume that this closes outside the range. It will be 33 bars. Remember, this one I think was 31, and look at the move that followed it with the volatility expansion. This one's 33. So who knows what's going to happen? Nobody, but I think probably a fairly impulsive move to the upside. Now, what's interesting about this is if you zoom out a bit, pardon me. I'll take the Bollinger Bands off because you don't need to see them for this. So I've got two momentum indicators, got the MACD and an RSI, right? If you look at the last, the last bull run, so from this low March 20 to really November 2021, you could argue it was pretty much done here. But from this low to this high, right? Or was it that low? But whatever, right? So the last bull run, the last big impulsive move with some serious with some serious gains to the upside. Why am I bringing that up? Well, I know this is a double top, and there's no guarantee that will happen on the next within this bull market. But what you can see is what signified the end of, or from a momentum point of view, what gave you a very good signal that this is likely to be the end of the upside move. So if you imagine you're putting yourself in that point in time, so been this big move up, and there's a pullback, that's all fine, and then there's another move up. When it then pulled back, particularly down to these kind of highs at sort of 50,000, look at the momentum. So compare the momentum from this high on both the MACD and this high on the MACD, bearish divergence, and the same held for the RSI. In fact, there's bearish divergence coming up here on the RSI as well. But if you looked at this high and this high, bearish divergence. Now, the reason I brought that up is that so far there's no bearish divergence on the RSI or indeed the MACD. You can see the current high on the RSI is here, which was the current all-time high, and that's the same for the MACD. So I wonder if there's one move left in this on the weekly time frame, which may then set in some bearish divergence on both the MACD and the RSI. So something along the lines of this. So the next move up will fail to get back above this RSI high, where the price, I don't know where I'll go, let's say it goes to about 100k or something, like that. I don't line them up, but you can see what I mean. They would be lined up. And the same sort of thing for the MACD. So failing to get above this high on the MACD, failing to get above this high on the RSI, but making a new high in price action on the weekly, that would be bearish divergence on both these momentum oscillators. So just food for thought. I don't know that's going to happen, and it probably won't look anything like that, but just an idea that I thought I'd run by you. But from the point of view of this week so far, with 2 days to go, it's all looking good for more upside in CME. All right, so I'm going to jump down, a bit of a cough, sorry. I'm going to jump down to the daily time frame, get rid of the RSI because you don't need too many things on your chart, or I certainly don't like it. Put a Bollinger Band back on, and that's still a weekly. Daily, here we are. So momentum nicely to the upside with some volatility expansion, really as a result of yesterday's closure, and then certainly not broken down today. You can see so volatility expansion on the daily time frame with a trending upside move. Looks good for more, and indeed you can confirm that with a momentum point of view, and it continues green, so not even turning back down, as long as Bitcoin's closing dailies above 70,000, which it's a considerable way away from at the moment. So that looks good. The 4 hour may reveal something a little bit different. No, not really. So the 4 hour had that pullback that I referred to yesterday, which remember the most shallow pullback for a trending move. So if I take it from the low to the high of this trending move from here to here. Remember, Fibonacci's are subjective. Some people might put it in a different place. They might use closures versus wicks, and that's fine. You do what you like. But the 326 basically came in where this pullback has so far finished. It doesn't mean it's finished, because you can only be a finished pullback once you clear the previous high, which is currently at sort of 73.5, call it. But I would suggest that with 4 hour closures back above these two closures here, or this one closure and this one open, which is pretty much where price action is at the moment, it's very likely there'll be a move excuse me, close to that wick high, and then very likely further on. From the point of view of momentum, it looks like it will remain with a green color, so upside posturing, as long as Bitcoin's closing 4 hours above 72.5, which is close to at the moment. So if there's going to be a 4 hour move to the upside, it probably happens tomorrow, I would be supposed to suggest. And if things are going to continue sideways rather than continue up, then probably price hovering around sort of 70.5 on a 4 hour time frame, which we also mentioned on the daily for MACD momentum pivot 70,000. So yeah, I think 70,000 is kind of fair game for further pullbacks if that's what Bitcoin wants to do. Doesn't look like it's going to, but if it does decide to, and that wouldn't change anything. And I'm still looking for another upside move before probably just sideways consolidation, a bit like this on the 4 hours. An impulsive move up. Was that I don't know if that. See, I'm not good at Elliott wave. I don't know if this was a five leg move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 1, 2, 3. Don't know. I'm not very good at Elliott wave, but you could argue that so far this has been just one leg up. So if it's going to be an impulsive move, generally they have 5 legs. Again, don't quote me on this because I don't really know much about Elliott wave. So there could well be another couple of legs to the upside on this 4 hour time frame. Big future. All right, there you go. That'll do for Wednesday's price action analysis video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please like, subscribe, share, catch me on Twitter, and come and join me for tomorrow, which will be Thursday's price action analysis video. Take care. See you tomorrow.